Another beautiful day in the Jazz Zone. My name is Roscoe Lee Owens, and I am your host in the Jazz Zone. And I want to thank you again for having the opportunity to come into your home, JazzZone.net style. Our show today, the DFW with KeJohnna. And I'd like to introduce my guest to you today. You're listening to the sounds of the piano man, Mr. Randy Jones. Also we have with us Mr. Thomas KeJohnna Owens. That's right. Marketing Director for the DFW. Sounding good, Randy. Oh, yeah. What you think about that, KeJohnna?
All the way live. I'm just over here feeling the vibe right now.
Feeling the vibe.
Yeah.
Randy.
Yeah.
As you slow it on down, because I want these folks to know. Yeah, there you go, Randy Jones.
All right.
Piano man in the Jazz Zone. You know, there's a few things that I know that you're doing here in Altadena, Pasadena, and the whole San Gabriel Valley with putting on workshops for youth as well. Just give me a little touch on that, and we'll revisit that sometime in the show, but I want them to know what you're doing right now.
Right now I'm working on a workshop where we're teaching kids to play the keyboard, piano, all keyboards including the organ. We go from beginners all the way up to advanced students, teach by ear, by note, and we just have a good time. We have our keyboards there and we just go ahead and we just work it. And we also have a singer, teacher who's a voice coach. She's also going to be coaching voices, and so it's like a two-pronged thing, a voice coach as well as teaching piano and organ. Well,
you know, first of all, it's wonderful to be in relationship with what you're doing in our community regarding teaching. I know as a very effective pianist, and you've done several things for the Jazz Zone as we'll talk to as well. But you know what, I'm just feeling something really creative here. Mm-hmm. You know, this is what we do it in the Jazz Zone. You know, it's pretty much live. All right. What I'd like to do is our guest, the marketing director for the DFW, Mr. KeJohnna Owens, I'd like you to do a creative introduction for our piano man, Mr. Randy Jones. Can you give me something, Randy?
Okay. Okay. This is called the Piano Man, if you will. Jazzy tunes flows from ivory keys. Smooth and classy music impressing the ladies. Take a swig of Hennessy and a pull from his cig. Still never missing a beat on his Saturday night gig. The house is packed with only room to stand because all came to see the Piano Man. My own personal flow. And the brother here is so cold, he just inspired me to go and blow it for y'all tonight.
Well, I think we're going to listen to some of the work of the Piano Man. That's an excellent rendition, poem, inspiration on the Piano Man. Thank you very much. Take it away, Randy. Give me another.
Yeah.
Come on with it, Randy.
That's right. One of my favorites.
Georgia. Yes.
Yeah, I can dig that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
Mr. Randy Jones.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You know what? I want to stay right there on the music. I know that, let me see, you have a performance coming up at a gallery?
Yeah.
Yeah, 626 Gallery,
626,
Charles Bibbs?
Yes.
You performed there before as well?
Yes, I have.
What do you know, as a solo pianist, what do you feel and how you work with your audience?
I kind of like solo. I've been doing solo a lot. It gives me a lot of freedom to kind of do the things I like to do. So solo for me is what I'm kind of a mood person. So I kind of do like mood music. I love to play with groups, but mostly I like to just do my own thing.
Well, I know when Obama, Mr. Obama came to Pasadena as he was expressing himself in terms of his run for the office of presidency. You did a fabulous job on the grand piano at the home where it was the reception was. How did you feel about that? And I know we got a lot of compliments in the Jazz Zone regarding your playing.
Yeah, that was nice. It was nice. I had a beautiful grand organ, piano, I'm sorry. I played the organ also. But they had a beautiful piano there, and I played several songs for 2 or 3 hours, I guess. And I just had a real good time playing, some soft jazz music, some mood music, and, threw in a few things here and there. But it was very, very, very nice, and I enjoyed it very much.
Well, that's saying something about what we're trying to do in the Jazz Zone in terms of being able to entertain folks, and that's here in Southern California. But if I shift to my left, and we start talking about the DFW, excuse me too, Randy, because this is all about the collective power of coming all together. KeJohnna, the marketing director for the DFW, I want to stay with the music aspect of that. Okay. Can you share with me what you're doing there, the meaningfulness and the collective opportunities that are happening, and just share with us what's going on with the JazzZone DFW.
JazzZone DFW in this expansion, really exciting time for all of us involved. Down in Dallas, Fort Worth, expanding the JazzZone, bringing a real classy flow of music into the Metroplex. Very exciting time. A lot of people really coming out. We got a nice little lounge set that we do something in called JazzZone Saturdays. Where once a month we bring a JazzZone band in there and put the zone together. I'm hosting, very exciting. You know, I bring everybody into the fold, and blah, blah, blah. Keep it hot, I keep it fun. No, none of that clamminess, but it's classy. People coming out really looking sophisticated, representing themselves well. And the Metroplex in Dallas-Fort Worth has been looking for this. They have a few venues, but I take a very personal approach to representing all the members in the JazzZone in the DFW, and it's really growing and blowing up.
The venue, what's the name of the venue?
The venue is the Mardi Gras Cafe. Mardi Gras Cafe right on I-35 in the Stemmons Tower. Is really nice, quaint lounge set. Some of the most fantastic chefs and sandwiches in the Metroplex. As quiet as it's kept, they're really on the move on up.
Now, let me ask you also. I know I wanted to stay in the music, but I just can't help it because of this art series that you've created here that's on set right now, which we'll talk about a little bit. But I know that you had done something creatively with the event coordinator for the DFW, Miss LaTasha Owens, at that location. What are you doing to make that location viable in terms of the usage of art and music?
Well, you brought up LaTasha, my wife. I mean, without the dynamic energy that my wife brings to the table, I don't, there's nothing going on, As exciting, as fun as I try to keep it, she keeps it all full circle so that everything stays within the continuum. But the art, and what she does is really brings new and exciting energy to, like this. She markets and opens doors to different venues like the Mardi Gras Cafe. And in there we have art all over the place for viewing and for sale, and which brings them into a venue that we call In the Zone. Putting them in the zone brings two different businesses together, working together, that may seem like they're in contrast, but very much so together as we just expand and work together. It's all a community-based effort, and it's just an exciting time. And this series, a brother that I had the great experience of cultivating his talent. While he had a great vision in his mind, he couldn't paint what he felt until we really began to have a conversation, and the brother just really let it flow, and he came up with this jazz series, man, that really just knocks it out, man. When you look at it, you can see the depth of character that each artist, Bird, Mingus, Monk, I mean, it's just live. It's just great.
Well, first of all, I have to let the audience know as well, and we thank you very much, because this is the first time that the original work has been shown anywhere. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We've been keeping it under wraps so that we can present it in such a fun, flowing way, man. Just
in the zone.
In the zone.
Yeah.
you know how we do it, man.
That's right.
We do it no other way.
The artist's name?
The artist's name is Marco Man. Marco Man is what we call this, the Marco Man Jazz Series.
Yes.
Yeah. And every time I look at it, I get a new appreciation for the young man.
Cool. Now, let's stay on the creative side, okay? Because we went there, and I know we're dealing with music and art, and I can't seem to separate it because it's so collectively together. It's all about that. And you're a writer.
Yes, I am. But that's for others to say. I just really put myself on paper, and whatever comes on and out of this and into paper. If somebody says that's writing, then that's writing.
Well, That's being very humble. I think you were published in a national magazine.
I was. Wrote a letter to Sister magazine.
Okay.
Just basically, you know, letter about what I was feeling.
Yeah.
A relationship letter and the story of Latasha and I and our 22 plus year journey, struggle through blood, sweat, and tears to become this beautiful union that it is. And they took the story and ran with it and printed the beautiful book.
Well, and I brought that up only because of the fact that you were being very modest, because everybody can write something, but everybody doesn't get published, and a lot of people don't get published in a national magazine. So I just wanted to bring that into the fold, as well as the creative aspect of poetry or flowetry, as you did with this Piano Man piece, introducing my good brother Randy Jones. Let's see. Let me ask you, Randy, what would we want to share with the audience about your studio? Because we're here in Pasadena, and I know your studio is right here. Pasadena, Altadena are very much is pretty homogeneous communities. What are you doing there at your studio? I know we talked about the project, the workshop, but it's an ongoing process for you teaching.
Yeah. Number one, I've been there since 1997, so I've been there over 10 years.
Yes.
And I think I'm the only person in the area that's doing what I'm doing. I'm working very closely with the community. I work with the churches, I work with the boys club, I work with the schools, and my main focus is to get out and to bring kids, not only kids, but senior citizens, everybody that's in the community, as well as those that are in the surrounding area, bring them in there and teach them how to play the piano. And I've been doing that, like I said, for a long time. I've been playing the piano probably since birth. And but in Altadena, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that's doing what I'm doing. And so my thing is to get out there and get people to come in and see what's happening. The studio is there. I have pianos. I have an organ. I teach the B3 organ. I teach beginners as well as intermediate and senior citizens. I teach how to play by ear, how to play by note. I teach how to play jazz, gospel, R&B, whatever you want to learn.
All around.
All around.
That's right.
But we start at the basic. We do the basic fundamental stuff, the basic music. We start from the beginning and we just work our way up. And so I've had about 40 to 50 students at a time. And it's been very, very successful. I'm there by myself pretty much. I haven't had a lot of support from the community. I haven't had sponsors. I started the business by myself. And it would be nice to have some of the business communities come in and give me some support. But nevertheless, I'm there and I will be there. I will be there. I have no plans of going anywhere.
That's right.
And so I enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So the rewards are when I see the kids out doing something. I have some students that are out playing with major groups, R&B groups, rap groups, other groups, making big money, making the kind of money I'd like to make. But so I have students that are out there doing things, and it's very gratifying to see some of my students out there. And of course, they have to give me my props.
Right,
so
right.
when they go out there and they say who their teacher is, that makes me feel kind of good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the part of JazzZone, and I know you're doing that in Dallas-Fort Worth as well, it's a segment called We Support Our Kids. And I understand about community and business support, and we're so appreciative and glad to be affiliated with your workshop and be supportive of what you do. But that's only because there's an additional amount of friendship, because I've known you for 10, 12, 15 years.
Right.
What you've done in this community and what you've done for a lot of families has been awesome.
Yeah.
And that's what we're about in the JazzZone and the DFW as well. It's about the collective and it's about bringing the families in. Are you doing some aspects? I know you're building a JazzZone ensemble down there with some of the musicians. Are they teaching as well, or are you looking at those aspects?
What we're doing down there as far as youth is concerned is, for one thing, when you put positive images of, for the first part, positive images of life.
Yes.
And positive images specifically for African American life, where kids can, from the very beginnings, begin to see themselves in powerful lights as opposed to the lights depicted upon them, you know, via television or whatever is going on. I think that that foundation facilitates growth and a powerful foundation to grow up through. So in that, I feel that the JazzZone is really affecting the community in a very positive way, just by that. And then we have SAPA attached to what we do, and we were having a great honor to give a scholarship award to a young brother that's going to West Point.
Yes.
Yes, and that was a great honor of ours, and we did that together.
That's right.
And that was fantastic.
That's right.
Because for the first time, we were able to stand up there and do some great things not for, you know, because people in business generally look for what they are going to get. And what you do when you give is you receive 10,000-fold anyway, because you reap what you sow. And sowing the seed in the youth is just, I mean, you know, because we all got a story to share, and just being able to do something for the young man. And West Point, oh man, you know, the upper echelon of academia. So that was great.
No wonder the title of the show is DFW with KeJohnna Series 1, because that's a heavy statement. There's a series that we're doing based on what you're doing in the DFW with music, with art, and with our families and our community, and that's very, very important. We ain't gonna get on that right now. They're gonna have to come in on another show,
okay,
and catch that.
Tease me a little bit.
Give a little something, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like that.
Okay.
So, in terms of the collaboration, I know this is the first time that you've had the opportunity to meet Randy Jones and that. How does, say, like even a solo pianist fit in with the zone down there in terms of you doing things?
Soloists, you know, soloists, it gives the audience a great opportunity to enjoy the one avenue of artistry through music, as opposed to being enmeshed with the saxophone, the trumpet, the keys. And when the keyboard is just such a classy, the keys just hit you so classy, because there's nothing like it. And then you really can't even have a band without it.
Well, see, I believe that both of y'all are a little prejudiced, because this is Mr. Keys and you KeJohnna, the key man.
Yeah,
so you know, I'm up here with the, you know, I must be the door or something like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because, but it is very, very important to have the right keys.
Absolutely.
That's
you
right.
know, what you both are doing is so inspirational that it's amazing. That's why one of the things that we do in the JazzZone show is be able to accomplish sharing that information. So when the audience comes away from watching one of our shows, they've met an incredible individual, a collective responsibility, and you know what I want to do? Because we only have a short time. Keys, can I get a little something?
Yeah, I want to make sure everybody
Please,
knows that my studio is at 2417 North Lincoln Avenue.
Okay.
In Altadena.
In Altadena. Where is that again?
2417 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena.
Okay.
My name is plastered up on the building. There's a piano even plastered on the building.
So if they're in Pasadena, just Woodbury. No.
It's on Figueroa and Lincoln. Figueroa is the cross street. Just drive up Lincoln. People have been driving up the street for a long time, and they're just now starting to stop by and holler at me. So
stop by and holler at Randy Jones over there on Lincoln.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. Now if you get lost and you end up in Dallas-Fort Worth, you're gonna have to get over to the, what's the name of that place?
Mardi Gras Cafe in Stemmons Towers.
All right. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go ahead and talk on why you're doing this. Mardi Gras Cafe. The song is called The Masquerade. I don't know how collectively we could put anything better together at this point with Randy Jones just doing it like that. Yes. Do you have a word that you can give me before I get out and close this show up, KeJohnna?
Yes.
With this vibe. Keep the vibe going, yeah.
As you vibe on Randy Jones doing his thing over there on keys, think about the JazzZone. Think about the things that we can do together in the community, as a whole, in business. First thing I do is, my foundation is introducing good people to good people and good businesses to good businesses to facilitate a good lifestyle for all. JazzZone.net, JazzZoneDFW.net. Are you in the zone? That's what's up.